Okay, my name's Zakashi, guys, and in this video here we're going to be going into the best teams and equipments that you can put together so that you could actually have the most optimal build when using Ultra Hit. He's dropped with his new time skip mechanic and everybody's kind of going crazy over it. I'm not going to give my genuine opinion in this video. This isn't the video for that. But in this video, if you do have him and you want to get good results out of him because he is good, I'm going to actually help you in doing that. So hopefully you guys are going to enjoy this video. If you haven't already, make sure to press that subscribe button. We're on this grind to 40,000 subscribers. All my social media is going to be in the description below and they're below on the screen. Check me out on all of those, the Twitter especially. Go ahead and follow me on that. But yeah, I'm not going to hold you guys up any longer. Let's actually get into the video now. Okay, so one thing I like to explain when it comes to the best teams and equipment videos is the fundamental of actual team building. So what I want you guys to do is actually go to this bit here and change it to element. Why I say element is because on most teams you would like to have one element, one unit of every element on that team so that you can cover all bases in PvP. You don't want to get ever color counted, because once you get color counted you would actually be at a big disadvantage and it makes a big difference in PvP, which you would have noticed. If you see the level, some people like to say it's a level or power level more so often. I feel like this is probably the dumbest way to actually sort things because it's so inconsistent. For example, we just have a hit who's dropped today, but he's easily better than everybody on the screen right now, but his power level is the lowest. So it's not an accurate representation of how they work in PvP because of things like the unique abilities and maybe they just got Zenkais or they got inflated stats. Do you get what I'm saying? So definitely always set it to element so you can just pick off what element they are, and it also sorts them nicely so you know that blues will be at the tops and red will be at the bottom. And then you also change the filter to sparking and ultra, and then turn on the character tag for whatever character tag you're using. But yeah, let's actually get into the team building now. Now, if I was going to be building a universe rep team, which is what the best team for Ultra Hit would be, it's not fully complete yet, but it's some sort come together. And if you are a universe rep type of guy, you would be able to actually build this team with ease. Now, if you're wondering who that extra character is that I'm missing, is actually Android 17, Legend Limited 17. He is literally the staple of the team. If you don't have him, don't even bother using the team. If we're being honest, you will not get the same results. It's a completely different team if you do not have 17, but you must use Hit now because he's the ultra, he's the one you're going to use, and this video's based around him. I advise using Jiren because using Jiren is actually pretty useful. I'll tell you why. He's quite a good tank, especially at high stars. If you have him at 8 or 9 stars or higher, he's quite good, I'm not going to lie, with his platinum equip and with the equips that I'm going to show you that you could use on Hit, and some of them work on USS as a whole. You could actually get some pretty good defensive stats out of him. If you rush, he gets endurance and that allows him to live longer, on top of the fact that 17, the blue one, I already told you, he's a staple on the team. You need to have him on the team. He also has endurance and he would actually help your team overall be stronger because there's just debuffs for blue cards, ultimate arts all over the place. It's mad inconvenient to fight against a USS team with the right equips with 17, any team with 17 to be honest. But now that Hit's here, you can utilize his time stop and actually make the team way more effective overall. The team just has a lot of synergy, but you don't have to use Jiren, obviously. You do also have the option of MUI, who's actually getting a HP buff from Bergamo because he's red. But also on top of that, Bergamo's here to mainly Zenkai buff Hit, which is actually the main focus here. Ultra Kalken's pretty good. I suggest only at like maybe 10 stars up. And at 10 stars, you might feel him suffering a bit. I'm not going to lie, he's due a plat. So if we're being honest, USS is like universe rep is still on the come up, If you wanted a green, AGF could be one of your options, or the green Kefla when the Zenkai is available in game. It'll probably be available when you're watching this video anyways. But overall, it's really just the Zenkai buff for Hit that really makes a difference out of anything else. MUI Z ability and keeping the team melee based more than anything else, trying to anyways. Jiren is very blast based, so if you wanted to swap him out, if you have no intention of using him, you could swap him out for a strike Z ability. And just to keep in mind, if you're going to use Kefla, make sure you put her on leader slot, and you have to make sure that you're using 5 other universe rep characters, because this guy here hits. He would only get the maximum out of his ultra ability, which is 30% of damage inflicted and key recovery, if there are 6 actual universe rep members including himself. So 5 others outside of himself, but 6 on the team in total. So that's just some insight for when you're team building. But this is basically what I'd go for in entirety. I'd just build Jiren more defensively. I'd focus hit on offense. Then I'd choose one of these two. Or that's in my case, but obviously 17 would have to come. So it'd always be 17 hit, and then you pick your third man in every single scenario if you was to build a USS. But yeah, I'd say that's pretty much it for the team building. It's pretty solid. Definitely because of the main two, and then the third one is just a run out, but Jiren gives you the extra protection in my opinion. Now for this next part, I'm just going to explain him as a leader slot option. I feel like he could be useful on a lot of other teams if you really wanted to use him, and I feel like you should just pick some of the meta teams. So I tried him in my showcase on Hybrid Saiyans and Fusion Warriors, and I feel like he played better on Hybrid Saiyans, not Fusion Warriors. But say if you just wanted to use him on Fusion Warriors, you simply just put him on the leader slot the same way, and that pretty much applies for every team. I've got some team setups here that are just base level, but what I'd advise to do, don't take the Fusion Warrior team as an example. I'd say go for a team that has a layer of support. So the first team I immediately thought of was Hybrid Saiyans, and then I thought, oh, it wouldn't be good because if you're running two reds, Beast Gohan would literally obliterate you, and every other blue 17 Zamasu, right? So instead of using Pan, you go for Future Gohan now, because everybody knows Pan is the biggest support, but you can swap her out and put Future Gohan in, the yellow one, and he would be your support alongside Beast being an offensive guy, and then you still have Hit as normal. Another good team that you could actually use, I've seen God Key, people try that with Zamasu. Whis could buff the team, so you'd be running purple, blue, red. That's another thing you could go for. A team with an extra defensive layer, that's what I'd say to go for more than anything else. There's not many teams in the game that have that extra defensive layer, but I'd say to go for something like that. There's not many greens in the game that would cover Hit, because he's red, people bring blues, so you need a green to cover that. But Kefla would probably be your main option, and if she's extremely valid, definitely put on the leader slot on USS like I said before. But I just wanted to include this section in case people did want to actually consider using Ultra Hit on any other team. So it's just very possible. You could literally just put him on the leader slot, specifically on the leader slot, so he gets all the Z abilities and gives out his Z ability to everybody else. And on top of that, he gets his ultra ability because he's on the leader slot, and there probably won't be any other USS members, so you just need to make sure he's getting what he can get, but the rest of the team will get everything else, because that's how the leader slot works. Now we're going into equipment, the best equipments that you can put onto him. I definitely advise using this here, so you can up his special move damage and actually give him some defense, because to me, for some reason, they always make Hits glass cannons, man. It doesn't make sense to me. I don't know why they always do that to him, but he's not the best defensively, and blues literally will shred him even on the boost. After boost, he's going to be abysmal. So this equip here gives him special move health restoration. Gaining some health is very important, but mainly the defense is double defenses and then strike attack because he's the melee type. Universe rep red, and obviously the equip's not out yet, but where I'd advise to get this is actually the co-op. It's going to be in the co-op section, because co-op actually resets, so you're going to have to grind co-op for it, but part of the game, man. If you're running him on Universe rep, I feel like this is a must-have. So this equip here gives you double defenses, pure double defenses, so you can get up to 12% pure strike and 12% pure blast defense, and then you also get base strike and blast attack, and then you get HP on the first slot. If you're running Universe rep, you need to have 3 of them, so this equips only mainly for Universe rep, and you can get this from the dual coin shop. It's in the co-op, but it won't be there anymore probably by the time you're watching this video. But on the day I'm recording this, it's literally the last day pretty much that you can actually get this equipment through actually grinding co-op. So if you can get this equipment, it's in the co-op section. Definitely the dual coin shop, definitely get it, man. It's actually valuable as hell for USS. Next up, you're gonna want this equip here. You can see Awakened Explosive Clash #1. This is an awakened version. It's pretty dope. The unawakened version isn't bad itself, but the awakened version is obviously better. You can get pure strike or pure blast, which is actually very, very good, and you also get some base depending on which side you want to go. Ideally, you'd want the pure strike, and you also get defenses and key recovery, which is dope. How you get this is in the Zenkai Ultra Space Time Rush for the memories. But if you want the unawakened version, I'll just change my settings here so I can show you where it is. USS, where is it? There it is. And then you can see it's right here, Explosive Clash. You can see this one, it doesn't give you the stat, it doesn't give you the base level on top of the fact that you get the pure, and the strike defense is less alongside the key recovery. But here you can see you can get in the equipment medal shop. If you want to grind these medals, then you're gonna have to use them to actually get the awakened version. This equipment's pretty good, to be honest, because of the critical. There's some critical, and hit kit has a lot of critical in it, so you'd want to boost that somehow. In my opinion, I feel like it's not to go to waste, and I feel like when you do hit crits, even though they get power crept, it's useful. But on top of that, you also get some defenses, so strike defense on the bottom slot, you get strike attack on top of that, and quite a bit of it, 32.5% in total that you can max out at. So this obviously is the memory, so you get in the Zenkai Ultra Space Time Rush Shop. But then if you just want the actual base equipment to actually awaken it, you can see here, you can get in the Legends Road for Yardrat Goku, or you can go to the equipment medal shop. 2 places where you can get them. I wouldn't necessarily recommend, because I gave you the other option with the awakened, but this is another good equip that can actually give you some pure strike attack. You can get up to 15% because it's for each, and then you get defense of each. There's a lot of teams that have a similar equip format to this, but where you can get this is actually in the equipment collection, so it's like a lower level version, but it can still give you some good results. And then you also got the Z medals over here where you can get them, so 2 places. Mentioning this because it's got double defenses, like I already mentioned, he's quite glass in some scenarios depending on how many stars you got him. And I also want to mention this one here, you get double of the big nuclear weapons that you carry your special move and ultimate arts. So if you just want to become stocky but then be good for ultimate arts when his time skip occurs, the blue cards do a bit of damage, this equip could definitely get you places. How to get it? 2 places, the equipment medal shop and the equipment collections for Rival Universe. The last one here I'm going to mention just because it's new. I don't think it's good, but it gives you such an exceptional amount of base critical. Now the critical would actually increase your odds of actually doing some nuclear damage. Now the reason why I don't like this, and I'm gonna explain why I don't like it, is because it's like playing an MMO. You know when you play MMOs, wherever it's like, whatever it is, Pokemon, RPGs, all those type of games, you're banking on the fact that you're gonna get a good hit. It's like playing Dokkan as well, it works the same way. You're hoping that you get a specific RNG type of attack that benefits you. And if you're playing Legends like that, you're not going to get far, because power creep will hit you for 1, and for 2, 9 times out of 10, your luck is going to be bad because it's Legends. So, which is, I don't advise building critical, but for the guys that do want to do some damage like that, this equipment is nuts because it has triple slots for critical. 30% on the bottom slot, 18% on the second slot, then you get 13% on the first slot, you get double defenses too, so it's not to be slept on at all. How you get this is the memory, and it'll be in the Zenkai Ultra Space Time Rush Shop when it's available. It's not available currently at the time of recording this video, but if you want to grind up some of the non-awakened version so you can actually awaken it when it comes available in the Zenkai Ultra Space Time Rush Shop, you can see it's double defense and single critical. You can actually get it in the Z medal shop. But yeah, man, that's going to bring the video to a close. Rival Universe, or rather Universe Rep, let me say, is going to actually be a good team when we get to the anniversary. Like Ultra Hit, if you're going to build a Universe Rep team, you definitely will get him high star on 17. I'm just hoping LL17 is available in the anniversary so I can actually get a copy of him, because trust me, USS is actually gonna be cooking. But again, USS is not my main team, but it's easy, it's not difficult to build, and content as well on top of that. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Hopefully this was helpful. Press the subscribe button, man. We're on this grind to 40,000 subscribers. We're pushing, man. We're pushing. All my social media is going to be on the bottom of the screen. It's the YouTube channel. We've got Twitter, Reddit, Instagram, and a Discord link all in the description below. I'm going to leave the video like that, guys. I appreciate you guys for watching. My name is Zakashi, guys, and I'll see you guys in the next one, man.